हेलो एवरीवन, स्वागत है आपका यूनिवर्सिटी एकेडमी यूट्यूब चैनल में। आज के लेक्चर में हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे कॉर सेकंड फॉर्म रियलाइजेशन। प्रीवियस लेक्चर में हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया था कॉर फर्स्ट फॉर्म रियलाइजेशन एंड इन टुडेस लेक्चर विल सी कॉर सेकंड फॉर्म। अगर आपको इन टॉपिक्स के हैंड रिटन नोट्स चाहिए लिंक इज गिवन इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स, यू कैन डाउनलोड फ्रॉम देयर। और वीडियो अगर आपको अच्छा लगे तो प्लीज़ वीडियो को लाइक एंड शेयर ज़रूर करें। नाउ लेट अस स्टार्ट विद द कॉर सेकंड फॉर्म। The circuit of the core second form is just opposite to that of the core first form, because in the core first form we have seen that the inductor, it is always present in series and capacitor is always present in parallel or in the shunt branch, okay, and so on. This pattern keeps on repeating. But in core second form, the capacitor, it will be present in series and the inductor, it will be present in shunt, okay. You have to remember this point. Using the core second form, we can synthesize or realize LC network, RC and RL network. Okay. Now let us see the general circuit for the core second form. This is the general circuit. सबसे पहले we will see the general circuit for LC network. For LC network, the general circuit will look like, it will consist of inductor and capacitor, and we have seen that in the core second form the capacitor, it will be connected in series, okay. Capacitor, it is present in series, inductor will come in the shunt branch, then again we have capacitor, then we have inductor, and this pattern will keep on repeating, okay. And this is nth capacitor and this is nth inductor. This will be C1, this is C2 capacitor, and this is Cn inductor, this is L1, this is L2 and this is Ln. This is the general circuit for LC network in core second form. Now let us see the general circuit for RC and RL network also. Now let us see for RC network. In case of RC network, it will consist of resistor and capacitor, and we have seen that in the core second form capacitor will be present in series, resistor, it has to come in the shunt branch, okay. Then again we have capacitor, and in the shunt we have resistance, and so on, it will keep on repeating, okay. This is the general circuit for RC network. Elements are, this is C1, this is C2 and this is Cn, and this is R1 resistance, this is R2, okay, this is R1, R2 and this is Rn. And then we have the general circuit for RL network. Now it will consist of resistor and inductor, and we have seen in the core second form inductor is always present in the shunt branch, it means the resistor it will come in series, okay. This is R1, this is L1 inductor, then we have R2, this is L2 and so on, it will keep on repeating, okay. This is resistor and this is inductor, okay. Values are, this is R1, R2 and this is Rn. Similarly, this is L1, this is L2 and this is Ln, okay. These two are known as the general circuit for RC and RL network in core second form, okay. In core second form, okay. Now let us see the steps to solve the question using the core second form. Here I have taken an example. जो impedance function है, that is s cube plus 4s by s power 4 plus 10 square plus 9. I have taken the same question जो मैंने core first form में लिया, so that it will be easier for you to understand, okay. Now we have to realize this function using the core second form, okay. Realize this function using core second form. So in the first step we will identify the नेटवर्क फॉर दिस गिवन फंक्शन. इट मीन्स ये जो फंक्शन हमें गिवन है ये किस नेटवर्क के लिए है. ओके, सो वी विल, दैट इज आइडेंटिफिकेशन of the network using the function. Okay, so z of s given in this question is, so impedance function is given and this is s cube plus 4s divided by s power 4 plus 10 into s square plus 9. Okay, so now if you observe, then you will see that in the numerator we have odd polynomial and in the denominator we have even polynomial. Okay, so if we are getting a function like this even by odd or odd polynomial by even polynomial, then this indicate that the given function is of LC network. Okay, and if you have to check for the other network, suppose अगर ये एल सी नेटवर्क नहीं होता, देन यू हैव द टू पॉसिबिलिटी, या तो ये आर सी नेटवर्क का फंक्शन होता है या आर एल नेटवर्क लिए. एंड फॉर दैट यू हैव टू प्लॉट द जीरोस एंड पोल फॉर दिस गिवन फंक्शन. ओके, सो न्यूमरेटर को जब आप सॉल्व करके उसके रूट्स फाइंड आउट करेंगे, देन यू विल गेट द लोकेशंस ऑफ जीरोस. सिमिलरली इफ यू सॉल्व दिस डिनोमिनेटर पॉलिनोमियल, you will get the location of pole. So if you are getting 0 close to the origin instead of pole, it means 0 जो है वो origin के पास lie कर रहा है, then this indicate that the given function it will be of RL network. And if you are getting pole near to the origin, then this indicate that this is the RC network function. Okay, but in this question we are getting even polynomial by odd polynomial, so this indicate that the given function z of s is of the LC network. Now in the second step we will perform the division. Okay, so now in the step 2 we will perform the division. Okay, so as it is a long division method, because we have to divide until we get the remainder equal to 0, so we have to keep on dividing. Okay, so now we have to perform the division until we get remainder as 0. Okay, also in the chord form the highest degree polynomial will come in the numerator. So if we observe this impedance function, so जो numerator है उसकी जो highest power है s की is 3 and in the denominator we are getting s power 4. So इन दोनों में से जो highest polynomial है, highest degree polynomial, it will come in the numerator. It means we have to reverse this function, then s power 4 it will come in the numerator. Okay, so in the step 2 we will also perform that the highest degree polynomial which is denominator here, so highest degree polynomial it will be in the numerator. Okay, and if it is in numerator then it means it will become dividend. Okay, and other will be divisor. So now z of s given is, let me see, so z of s function is s cube plus 4s by s power 4 plus 10s square plus 9. Okay, so let me write, so impedance function given is s cube plus 4 into s by s power 4 plus 10 into s square plus 9. Okay, and also in the previous lecture I have told you a note point that in the core first form we have to write the polynomials in the descending order, but in the core second form we have to arrange. Okay, so we have to arrange both the polynomials, that is both the numerator and denominator polynomial. Okay, so both the polynomials in ascending order. Okay, so we have to write in the ascending order, that is in the increasing power, so that is in the increasing power of s. Okay, so increasing power of s in core second form. Okay, and in the core first form it was just opposite. Okay, so this is core second form. So core second form mein we have to write in the ascending order, and in the core first form we have written in the decreasing. So now if we see here, first of all we have to find y of s, because highest degree polynomial it should come in the numerator, so y of s it will be equal to 1 by z of s. So this will be equal to s power 4 plus 10 s square plus 9 divided by s क्यूब प्लस 4 इंटू एस. सो नाउ इफ यू सी, सो यहाँ पे क्या है कि जो s की पावर है वो डिक्रीजिंग नेचर में है, बट वी वांट इन द असेंडिंग, सो इट शुड बी इन द इंक्रीजिंग, सो वी हैव टू change. So first term will be 9, then we have 10 into s square, then we have s power 4. So now the polynomial is in the ascending order because the s power is increasing. Similarly we will do for the denominator polynomial, so this will be equal to 4s plus s into cube. Okay, so now we have written this in the increasing power of s. Okay, and now we can see that numerator degree is greater than denominator degree. So now for this function we will realize the network, or we will synthesize the network using the Cauer-2 form. Okay, so now we will perform the division, and this 9 plus 10 is square plus s power 4, this will be dividend, and 4s plus s cube, this will be divisor. Okay, so now let us perform the division. So we have 4s plus s cube, and the dividend we have is 9 plus 10s square plus s power 4. Okay, so now we will perform the division. So now let us divide 9 with first term, that is 4s. Okay, so if we divide 9 by 4s, we are getting 9 by 4 into s. So now let us multiply. We are getting, this is 9, and this will be equal to s cube into 9 by 4 into s. So this will be equal to 9s square. So this will be equal to 9s square by 4. Okay, so now we will subtract this. So we are getting, so this will get cancelled out. Okay, so now we are getting 10 minus of 9 by 4 into s square. So this will be equal to 40 minus 9 by 4. So this will be equal to 31 by 4 into s square. Then we have from here s power 4. Okay, so now this is the remainder. Okay, let me write. So this is the quotient we have obtained. Okay, this is dividend, and this is divisor. Okay, and this is the remainder we have obtained. Now this remainder, now it will become divisor, and the previous divisor, it will become dividend. Okay, so it will like this. So now जो previous divisor था, now it will become dividend. So now it will be 4 of s plus s cube. Now we will continue the division. So let us divide the first term. So we are getting, let me write here, so this is 4 into s divided by, this is 31 by 4. Okay, 31 by 4 into s square. So this will be equal to, this will get cancelled out, so we are getting 16 by 31 by s. Okay, so this will give 16 by 31 by s. Okay, so now if we multiply 31 by 4 s square into 16 by 31, so 31 and 31 will get cancelled out, this will give 4 into s. Okay, now let us multiply this term. So we are getting 16 by 31 of s into s power 4. So this is simply 16 by, so this is plus 16 by 31, and then we are getting s power 3. Now we will subtract. So if we subtract, this 4s will get cancelled out, so we are getting s cube minus of 16 by 31 into s cube. So this will be 31 minus of 16, so this will give 15 by 31. So it will be equal to 15 by 31 into s cube. Okay, so let us write here. So now again we are getting some remainder. This remainder, it should become 0. जब तक वो 0 नहीं हो जाता, we have to perform this division. Okay, so now the previous divisor, now it will become dividend. So this will be equal to 31 by 4 into s square plus s power 4. Okay, so now we will divide the first term. Okay, so let me erase this extra part. Okay, so now first term we have is 31 by 4 into s square divided by 15 by 31 into s cube. So this will get cancelled out, so we are getting it will be equal to, this is equal to, this is 31 whole square. This is 15 into 4 is 60, and h square by s cube, it is 60 into s. Okay, so we are getting 31 square by 60 into s. So now let us multiply 15 by 31 in s cube by 31 square by 60 into s square. So 31 will get cancelled out, so this is will give 31 by 4 into s square. Now let us multiply these two terms, so this will give 15 by 31 into s cube into 31 square by 60 into s. Okay, let me write this. So this 31 will get cancelled out and it will give 4, and this is square, so we are getting s square by 4, and here we are getting 1 means 31 s square. So we are getting 31 s square by 4 we have already written. Okay, so now we will subtract, so this term will get cancelled out, so we are getting s power 4. Again the remainder is not 0, so we will continue the division. So now this 15 by 31 into s cube, this will become 15 by 31 into s cube, this will become dividend. So now let us divide, this is 15 by 31 into s cube divided by s power 4, so this will give 15 by 31 into s. Okay, so we are getting 15 by 31 into s. So now if we multiply, now the remainder, it will become 0. Okay, so finally we can stop the division as the remainder has become 0. Okay, so now the remainder has become 0, we can stop the division. Okay, so now let me erase this extra calculation. Okay, so now if we observe this quotient, okay, we can easily find the type of the element and also the value of those element, because this quotient, the coefficient of s will give the values of those element. Okay, so here all the coefficient are positive, so this implies that we can realize the given network using the core second form, because अगर एक भी क्वेश्चन नेगेटिव हो जाता then it won't be possible to realize the function in the core form. Okay, now how many number of element will be present in the given network? So यहाँ पे क्या है कि we are getting 4 question and the number of element, it is equal to the number of questions. Okay, so let me write, so you can take this as a node point. So you will get the number of element, so number of elements in the circuit, it will be equal to the number of questions you are getting. Okay, so if we see this division, we are getting 4 questions. First is this one. Okay, second question is this is थर्ड क्वेश्चन एंड दिस इज द लास्ट. सो इट मीन्स हमारे जो नेटवर्क हम जो सिंथेसाइज करेंगे उसके अंदर 4 एलिमेंट्स होंगे, सो दिस विल बी इक्वल टू 4. एंड in the second point we have seen that all the questions are positive, so all the questions are positive. So if any quotient is negative, so if we are getting any question, if any quotient is negative, then it won't be possible, then it won't be possible to realize the given function in the core form. Okay, now in the third step, that is in the step 3. Okay, so in the third step we will identify the first element of the network. So हमने देखा कि जो फंक्शन हमें गिवन था वो एक LC नेटवर्क का फंक्शन था. दिस मीन्स या तो पहला एलिमेंट या तो इंडक्टर होगा या कैपेसिटर होगा. सो नाउ वी हैव टू चेक, सो टू नो whether the first element, to know whether the first element of the circuit is inductor or capacitor. So whether the first element of the circuit is inductor or capacitor. So for that we have to take the lowest power. Okay, so in the core first form we have taken the highest power of s in the numerator and denominator, but in the core second form we will take the lowest power of s in numerator. Okay, so we will take the lowest power of s in the numerator divided by the lowest power of s in the denominator. Okay, so what is the lowest power of s in the numerator? So we have the numerator function. Okay, so lowest power is s power 0. So यहाँ पे we don't have to consider the coefficient. Okay, we have to take only s term. So in the numerator the lowest power of s is s power 0, but in the denominator the lowest power of s is s power 1. Okay, so given function was z of s, so we have to see in z of s, not in y of s, because the function given in the question is this. Okay, there is a correction. So we have to see the lowest power of s in the numerator in the given function. I have seen in the y of s. Okay, so here the lowest power of s is s power 1. We don't have to consider the coefficient, and the lowest power of s in the denominator is this is s power 0. Okay, so this will be equal to the lowest power of s in the numerator is s power 1, and in the denominator we have s power 0. So s power 0 is 1, so it means we are simply getting s. So now this s means that the first element is inductor. Okay, so it means we are getting as first element as inductor. Okay, because if you are getting constant term, then it means resistor will come. If you are getting s, then inductor will come, and if you are getting 1 by s, it means capacitor will come. So now here we are getting s, it means your first element here that will be inductor, and if it is inductor it means capacitor value will be 0. Now in the next step, that is in the fourth step, we will obtain the values of the circuit element using the quotient. Okay, so now obtaining the values, so obtaining the values of the circuit element using or from quotient. Okay, so now let us see our division. So we have divided and we have obtained this quotient, so we have solved for y of s. Okay, because we want the highest degree polynomial in the numerator, so इसीलिए हमने क्या है y of s फंक्शन को सिंथेसाइज किया था एंड उसके लिए हमने डिवीजन परफॉर्म की थी. ओके, सो वी हैव सॉल्व फॉर y of s. सो जो हमें फर्स्ट एलिमेंट मिलेगा दैट विल बी, so first element it will be y1. Okay, then next element it will be present in series, so this will be z of 2. Then we have third element, again it will be present in shunt, so this is y3, and will be present in series, so ye z4 hoga. And also we have seen that the first element will be inductor, it means from this y1 value we are getting an inductor, and the value of inductor will be the coefficient of s, which is 9 by 4. Okay, but we have to take the, we want the coefficient of s, so it will become 4 by 9. So let us write all the quotients. Okay, so we are getting 4 element. First quotient is 9 by 4s, then we have 16 by 31s, then 31 square by 16 into s, then we have 15 by 31 into s. Okay, so first we have 9 by 4 into s. Okay, so first element we have inductor, so this will be L1, and the value of L1 it will be coefficient of s. Okay, because we know that in the z, that is in the impedance form, inductor is represented by s into L, but we have realized y, so y is equal to 1 by z, so it is 1 by s into L. Okay, so s का जो coefficient होगा that will give the value of inductor, so it will be, so from here we are getting L1 value as 4 by 9. Okay, then the second quotient we are getting as 16 by 31s. Okay, so we are getting 16 by 31 into S. So now L1 we have obtained, then next element will be capacitor. So this is C2 and it will be the coefficient of S. Okay, so S coefficient is 31 by 16. So C2 value, it will be equal to 31 by 16. Okay, then third element we have, so third question we have is 31 square by 60 into S. Okay, so we have 31 square by 60 into S. So now next element will be inductor. So this is suppose L3 and it is given by coefficient of S. So L3 value will be equal to 60 by, this is 60 by 31 square. Okay, and last element we will obtain. Okay, so fourth question is 15 by 31 into S. Okay, so we have 15 by 31 into S. So this will be capacitor C4 and this is value is given by the coefficient of S. So C4 value we are getting 31 by 15. So सारे elements की value हमें मिल गई. Now we can easily draw the circuit. So now let us draw the circuit for the given question. So first element we have obtained as inductor, then we have capacitor. Okay, again we are getting inductor and then we are getting capacitor. So total 4 elements will be present in the given network. Okay, so this is L1. Okay, this is C2, this is L3 and this is C4. So we have obtained the values. So let us write. So L1 value we are getting 4 by 9, C2 is 31 by 16, and then we have inductor 60 by 31 square and then 31 by 15. So let us write the values. So this was 4 by 9 Henry and C2 value it will be equal to 31 by 16 Farad. Okay, and L3 value is 60 by 31 square. So this is 60 by 31 square Henry, and last C4 is 31 by 15 Farad. Okay, so this is the circuit for the given function. Okay, now let us see using the shortcut. So for the shortcut I have given you a table. Okay, so you can use this table in the core first form also and also in the second form. So you have to match for Z of S and Y of S. Okay, so if you are seeing for Z of S, then first possibility is that you might get the value of A in the question, then this indicate that you are getting a resistor of value A. And if you are getting the value of A, then in Y of S you will get a resistor of value 1 by A. Okay, and in the Z of S, if you are getting A into S, it means you are getting a inductor of value A. And if you see in Y of S, and if you are getting A by S, then it means you are getting a inductor and value is 1 by A. Okay, and the third possibility will be, so if you are getting A by S in the impedance form, so ये सारी values आपको question से cross check करनी है. Then you will be getting a capacitor and the value of capacitor will be 1 by A. Similarly, if you are getting AS here, then you will be getting a capacitor and value of capacitor will be A. So now let us see our questions one by one. So first we have obtained as, so this is 9 by 4 into S, but this is admittance, so हमें Y of S से इसे cross check करना है. Okay, so this is 9 by 4 into S, so this is matching with second, that is A by S. Okay, so if we cross check from here, then we are getting A value as 9 by 4. It means we have to draw inductor and the value of that inductor will be 1 by A, so it means it will be 4 by 9. Similarly, we can cross check for the other element. So second quotient we are getting as Z of 2, so हमें Z of S से cross check करना है, and value we are getting 16 by 31 into S. So if we see, it is matching with the third term, that is A by S. So A value we are getting 16 by 31, so capacitor value will be just opposite, so this is 31 by 16. Okay, so it means we are getting the same answer. You can draw your circuit again using these tables. Okay, so आज के लिए इतना ही। नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में वी विल स्टार्ट फिल्टर्स टॉपिक। सो वीडियो अगर आपको अच्छा लगा हो तो प्लीज़ वीडियो को लाइक एंड शेयर ज़रूर करें। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग।